Why am I clapping? Because today is January 7th and it marks, I can't even count as good as you. But let's just say I started making films in 1996. But the very first day that I was able to shoot a film away from anybody controlling what I did was January 7th, 2000. Oh, it was January 7th, 1997. 1997, January 7th. I remember that day because I was going to film school and I had to get the equipment from another student. So I had to go to the north side of Chicago and work with that student on their film. And then after I shot with them, their film, they would go and take their film from the movie, it would roll into the little box. You take their film, put it into the box. I then took the equipment and I came back to the south side of Chicago, and then I could produce and direct my first film. These films were 1-minute films and they had no sound. So you had to be very creative. So I came back, I got some actors together, I got my homie, I got my cuz, and we all came up with a short film story that I came up with, and I shot the shit out of it and edited that joint. Back at that time, you had to use a razor to edit. You had to use a small razor to edit, cut the film, and then you taped it back together with the tape. It was called a moviola. The machine was called a moviola. And then you tape it and put it all back together, and it ran through the machine. And that's how you did a movie way back then. And it was so fucking, I loved it. So that was my first movie. But here we are, fast forward to 2021. And back then, oh man, 2021. That's what I'm saying. I can't remember. I can't even imagine. Was it 24 years? I can't even count. Like, y'all smarter than me. I think it's 24 years, something like that. But it just make me feel good because I know I was a kid back then and I just wanted to make films so bad. And it's like, it was no digital, nothing. Like right now, I'm sitting up here filming. I got equipment around me. I got green screen in my and it's like, this was not even heard of, having it on a personal note around yourself anytime you chose to. That just did not happen back then. So to make it be a reality today is just a great thing for me, and I'm happy that I've had this chance to show you guys movies that I made and do all of this and dedicate my life to something, because it was hard finding jobs. It was hard trying to get a boss. It was hard trying to have a 9-to-5 situation where I'm working every day and just pay my bill, have a car note, light bill, pay my rent. That stuff just wasn't happening for me. So you can sit back and get depressed and walk around asking for change, or you can get out here and you can hustle and you can make something from nothing. And that is what Hood Films is. It's made from nothing. So I want you to like and subscribe to this page, because this is actually a celebration day for me. And I just want to know, are you happy with what you decided to do in your life? Do you celebrate that choice that you decided that one day you was going to be somebody? Did you go after your goals? Did you chase it? Did you say it's worth more than anything in the world for you to have this dream? It was times when I was just sleeping in a car where I had nowhere to go. I had to sleep in a car. And when my girlfriend's parent came outside to mow the lawn, I had to scoot down in the vehicle. And he would walk up to the car and mow the shit right by the vehicle and never thought to look inside. I'll be in the passenger seat, scooted, or the driver's seat, scooted. Try to play sleep so I wouldn't have to get out that damn car. In the mornings, they would come out and cut the grass, I'm saying. And you can almost imagine, I sat right there in them cars, nice and dream. One day, this ain't gonna be my life. So when times happened in my future and I had to revisit homelessness, I reject it. I'd get away from it. I wouldn't accept it again. I would not accept it no matter what the circumstances was that I had to actually measure it up against, to say, hey, if you're just homeless for this time frame, then this will be on the other end of it. I don't want it. I'm going after my goal another way, and I'm going to take it all the way to the damn bucket. I'm not going to be homeless. I'm not selling none of my ownership to none of my products to nobody. I'm finna wait it out. So I've been out here for 20-something years, doing this film thing, doing this independent filmmaking run. I got the education. I stayed myself out the streets as best I could, even though I was in every hood filming. As I was coming up, it wasn't looked down upon to go to different hoods and film because nobody else was filming those hoods. And if you shot something in those hoods, thousands of people came out. Thousands. You'd be shocked out your mind how many people came out when you popped up with a camera in some arbitrary hood, and you never got treated disrespectfully or nobody tried to hurt you or none of that. That was not even how it was at that time. It was just early. It was like 01, 2001, 1999, 2002. It just wasn't like that at that time. But it was people who was like, don't film me, or you would run into guys who would be like, hey, nigga, you the feds. But that's obviously a joke. But they didn't know me, so they'd be like, hey, man, I don't know this nigga. But eventually, that even blew over because the whole Fed idea of somebody thinking that you're a cop or you work for the cops because you're filming, that blew over fast because it just wasn't like that. Technology started rolling so quick that that was a joke to even imagine that somebody would be working for the feds or something like that. So I'm just grateful that people have watched my stuff, that I've gotten this far in the industry and all that, and I want to continue on. I gotta celebrate today because at that time in my life, I didn't know I was gonna be this old. I didn't know. I thought you don't know how life is going to turn out. You really don't. Nobody do. But life ended up being great for me, and I'm great. I'm healthy, and I'm happy. And today, for me to be on this YouTube page after opening it 10 years ago, I opened this page 10 years ago and barely came back to it. I was, dabbled a little bit, but I didn't give it as much energy that I needed to. And I actually gave energy to other platforms. And I want to know about you, if you could tell me in the comments if that's what you did. If you did a lot of time on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or Pinterest or Reddit or TikTok or Clubhouse or anyone I can't think of, WhatsApp, that you spent more time on those apps than you did on YouTube, because YouTube got a unique thing going that I didn't understand, and it take time for you to understand the idea of what YouTube is. And really what the idea of YouTube is, it's a way for you to entertain people, and it's a way for you to educate people as well. But I mean, it's either up to you, whichever way you want to do. And so it's even also for you to inform people. You could almost have a page if you chose to in every arena of the three. And any other, it could be also to arouse people. It can also probably be used to intimidate people. It's a lot of things that video can do that you put out there, and it could probably help people in ways that you probably just don't know yet. So it's like YouTube is that thing. It's like this open gate that allows you, damn, my damn paper going crazy. It's like an open gate that when you walk in, you never know what's going to be at the end of it. You can actually hit a funnel or a bunny hole, and you down in that joint killing it, and everybody looking back at you like, wait a minute. So arachnophobic vehicles? I never would have imagined arachnophobic Wow, man, I gotta have one. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't think so. And you've been thinking about arachnophobic vehicles since you was a kid. And now you put it out here to the world, and you sitting up here bigger than Bill Gates, like, and he looking up here saying, this arachnophobic vehicle just killed our company. Everybody in here fired. You know what I'm saying? So, it's about just kind of believing in yourself and believing in your strength that you got inside you, that you can go after your goals and achieve them. So I'm just grateful to be, after all of these years, still filmmaking. I don't wreck my brain over nothing, y'all. As you can tell, I think and I have a lot of intellect and I use my brain, but when that's something I don't remember, I can't get a grasp on it, I do not wreck my brain. What I do is I take my time and I study it, or I'll admit, hey, I'm not understanding this, and then I come back at it at another point. But I don't wreck my brain on stuff like stressing or, I try not to, because a lot of times that's just negative. So it's not going to help you. You know what I'm saying? So as an artist, I created the film company and I put my best foot forward in it, and I ain't never looked back, man. And so today I want to be on this YouTube thing all day. I don't want to get off of it because, you know, a lot of people look at YouTube like an entertainment vehicle. Like, yo, hey, man, let me go out here and talk to people or holler at people and put my entertainment down. I look at entertainment as a brother or a family member or a kid or something that I've been leaving you at home my whole life. So at 47 years old, I'm picking you up saying, hey, what have I been doing? And I actually had you since you was 37. So I was 37. So I waited till you was 10 years old before I even started kicking it with you. Like, hey, what's going on? So actually I'm around you treating you like a baby, but you're a 10-year-old and you like, I'm a 10-year-old. What the hell you keep babying me for? And so I'm looking at you like, all right, let me kick it with you like a youngster because I understand what it's like to be 10 years old. I remember them times. So I got to be a little bit more diligent with you and kick it with you. I got to throw the ball with you now. We got to go hoop. We got to go actually race each other on the corner. Let's see who's the fastest. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm old. I know you could beat me, but I got to actually chase you and run you down so I make that you push yourself. So the more I push you, the more I push myself to beat you, the more you push yourself to beat me. And that's making you stronger. So that one day in your future life, when somebody say they want to race you, you're already stronger. So that's how I have to use this YouTube. I have to use this YouTube like I'm kicking it with my friend or my kid that I always used to leave around at home. I never would take you with you. I'm a deadbeat YouTuber. Are you a deadbeat YouTuber? And that's what I was. And I didn't actually go after my goal like I should have. And so I had a page that was 10 years old. And it should have been actually rolling by now. By the time you get your 10-year-old, could you imagine the relationship you got with your 10-year-old after you meet the baby as a baby? And then you've been kicking it with him, hanging out with him at 4 and 3 and 2 and laughing with him at 6 and 7 and hugging him and teaching him how to clean himself up and getting him clothes and buying the favorite thing he like for the holiday. You don't do that. YouTube is that family member or friend you keep leaving at home and not taking out on the road with you. See, here's the trick. Why my philosophy is like that. I can't grow if you're not with me. That's 10 years to right now. I just told you I was standing on the streets hustling. You don't know who the hell I am? What if you've never been to Chicago? You've never passed me. What if you did come to Chicago, but you didn't go to Michigan Avenue? What if you did go to Michigan Avenue, but you didn't see me? You was out there. I don't never say, where was this dude at? So this could have happened. So we actually probably just never would have crossed paths. But what if I would have been rocking this whole time, taking you on a journey with me down there on Michigan Avenue? You probably would have seen people who you know. You probably would have been talking to me right now. Hey, when you going back down there by the popcorn shop, that lady cool. I like how y'all had interaction. You be having your favorite friend for my shows. So that was me not doing it right. I wasn't treating it like I was supposed to. But now I understand that. Now I get it. Like, you don't leave your YouTube at home. You don't leave your YouTube uncatered. Do you put your baby, your 10-year-old, away in the cabinet and leave it there? Or do you check on your 10-year-old every single day and make sure your 10-year-old is straight? You even wake up in the morning. What's the first thing you do? You talk to your 10-year-old. Hey, you ate? You good? You want something for breakfast? You ate something? Okay, cool. Let me drop you off at school. I'm going to see you. I got to run some errands. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. Okay, well, I ain't dropping you off. You with me today. You want to sit here and play your video game? No, come on, we're going to hit the streets. And see, YouTube is not an actual baby, so you don't have to leave it alone. You can take it with you everywhere you go. It's always open. And the more you feed the channel, the more subscribers you get, the more people you get. See, right now, after 10 years, I got 95 subscribers. Think about that. It's people after 10 years got 1 million subscribers. What kind of money you think they making? If I would have stayed down on YouTube for our last 10 years, what if I would have just filmed myself out there on the streets, the people who I met out there? But I was embarrassed. I didn't know that YouTube wasn't going to be just for Facebook friends and all this. It's for everybody in the world to see you. I didn't know. Hell, everybody in the world was just seeing me selling the streets of Michigan Avenue. If you walk past there, I was out there. So what was I not being out there doing my thing for with the filmmaking? What, talking about filmmaking and talking about this world? I mean, your mind is strong, man, but everybody make mistakes and everybody got flaws and everybody got things that block them and they can't get out of it. And I think it's somebody who said something like this, and I don't even know if this is an accurate statement, but they said something like, you got to sometimes get out your own way. And that's the truth, because imagine if all of us talked onto YouTube and that's how we communicated with each other. Just like hip hop is a way for me to know what's going on in New Jersey, by some rapper talking about it because he from out there. Then I can hear his words and then visualize it in my mind and say, oh, okay. Damn, I want to. Oh, yeah, we also got a store like that people stand in front of the gas station where people asking you, can they help you pump your gas? And somebody might have used that in the rhyme, and then you can reflect on that. And so these are the things where YouTube could be, if it's not that already, and I'm just not familiar with it because I'm really kind of still new to it. That it's a place where you won't hear talking to people and talking about your existence, and they can tell you about your existence, even people from your own town. So it's just something to try to grow on and build on. And even doing comedy on here, I always thought that I was funny. I always thought that I could do comedy. I wanted to do comedy for fucking decades. And it's like my friends who helped me out in my filmmaking, they all doing skits and putting skits on YouTube and all of that. And it's like, damn, what am I doing? I'm not working hard enough, man. I gotta do this now. So it woke me up a little bit more. And again, I was making posts on YouTube, but it would be sparingly. It'd be once in a while. Like I made a post on here, like, I mean, and it wasn't even me. I wasn't even talking about me. I made a post about verses, the guys, the Jeezy and the other boy, Gucci doing the verses. And when I look back at the video now, it's like, the hell did I have this up here for? Because this ain't even got shit to do with me. And it's like a bootleg copy. Like I filmed it with my phone on a video right here on the YouTube and shit. And it was like, that was corny. Like you could have used that, but it's gotten views. You know, people like it. But I don't know them dudes, and I don't have no relationship with them, and you know, it's like, what the hell was I filming them for? Like, you know, and it was so many other people did the same thing. Like it wasn't even unique. Like I had exclusive access. It's like it was open to everybody. I don't know. I just thought that was the cool thing to do because I kept seeing other people do it, and I was like, oh, so they just filming this? Oh, and then you just put it on your page, yeah. But that's not no show. I can't regurgitate verses for you and then call myself a YouTube channel. You know, it's like I gotta give you entertainment. That's the whole idea of having a channel, is to entertain. Right now, I'm talking to y'all, and I'm rolling up a little blunt, you know, because this is who I am. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry if this is aggressive or abrasive, but I got some very strong marijuana, and it's been kicking my ass all day. So I just wanted to take another puff, and I'm solo. It ain't like I'm here with nobody, so other than y'all 60 million watching right now, thank you for watching too. I appreciate that. I, you know, don't really drink that tough, so you know, sometimes you go out with people in public and it's like, hey, let's have a drink. You know, I'm one of those only drink a Corona kind of person, so I don't even like drinking nothing. And it's like fun to think about it to me. It's like, oh, damn, you go to Acapulco and you drink some weird out your alcohol on the island and shit. But I know now, because of experience and being of my life, that even if you did that, the level of alcohol in them damn things be so strong that as soon as 30, 40 minutes go by, you can't walk no damn more. So I be careful with the alcohol. And I've learned over the years that if I take a little weed, it no matter how strong it is, I can manage that. But I don't go no further than that, you know, because, you know, they got shit out here now, like some runts, and it's, it get the job done. And then with me being a film artist, a lot of times there's weed smoke in my movies. It's a lot of weed in my first movies and shit. That's just what it was. I mean, and it's going to be weed in my future movies too, because I'm a weed connoisseur. I fucks with marijuana. That's my thing. So, but I wanted y'all to hear me talk about what it was like back then, being 23, as a filmmaker, starting off with nowhere to go, no camera, no nothing, and then really trusting in myself. Like me selling on the street, that was really a testament of me trusting in myself and not trying to sit back and just think that, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and look to a job to sustain me. And then as soon as the person don't like you no more at the job, it's like, okay, you ain't got to come back here. And you sitting back like, well, what? Okay, cool. You got to keep moving on with your life. But then, you know, I started getting older, and it's like every time I go to some dumbass job or work someplace, I got to keep getting ready to leave, you know, because they not going to like me and my personality or whatever. I can't live like that because that's struggling. Then I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. Then, honestly, the person who fired me is a victim because I'm trying to beat their ass. I'm trying to chase them down. I'm trying to catch them when they leave and go to their car. It's a whole bunch of ignorance like that that shouldn't happen, but I don't know how to channel it. I don't know how to say, you know, thank you, God, for the blessing of not letting me have to work at this place. I'm thinking like, okay, you still got to get to your car. And that's like real dumb thinking. But, and I'm going to tell you, what made me stop even trying to go sit up in people's jobs was the fact that you can go to jail. Because as soon as somebody do the wrong thing, and now all of a sudden, you didn't have to come to this environment, number one. But I wasn't that smart to come to that conclusion. I was smart enough to say, well, in my opinion, that, hey, if you fuck with me, I'm going to get your ass. And so eventually the person will be on him. I want to fight you, or I'm going to beat your ass, or some shit like that at the job. And then it's like, okay, cool. Now let's get it. And it's like, that was dumb, because as soon as you actually do something, or, you know, somebody hurt themselves outside, or you hurt yourself outside over some dumbass place or a dumbass job that you could have just never even came back to. But you were so vehement to be around this thing, and I got to do it my way. They ain't listening to me, or whatever the fuck going on in your mind. It's just not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is believe in yourself and go for yours, and just let everybody who don't understand just don't understand. Just, it's okay to not understand. It's okay to not get it. I have product. I got all kind of stuff set up. I've been doing my film thing for years, and I still got family members at the holidays like, hey, look what I found online. Maybe you should do this with one of your cars, where they let you, the company will let you wrap their business. They'll put some kind of stuff around your car where it'll be their business, and you just drive around, and they give you like $800 a week. I'm like, yeah, but my van got my name of my business on the license plate. Why the hell would I drive around for somebody else? It doesn't make sense in my mind. And in my brain, it don't make sense. But to somebody else, they may look at that and say, that's extra income. That's a whole nother income stream. I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to sit up here and say, no, it ain't. That's dumb. Why you want an income stream like that? Do you? Maybe you don't have a van with your fucking name and your brand on it. Maybe that's not what you got. So you can do what you need to do. I'm not going to negate you or tell you stupid or something like that. You got to do what's right for you. But for me, I don't want to take my brand name off. And I don't want to confuse the people seeing my brand name and be like, but ain't that Stanley Steamer on the side of it too? I don't know if they got a Stanley Steamer where y'all from, but that's the people that clean the carpet in our zone. So I just love talking to y'all, man. I love kicking it with y'all, man. Y'all the best people. Y'all listen, man. Y'all kick it with me. Y'all leave comments, man. You don't even know how dope subscribers I got. And it's only 95. Could you imagine 10 million? I ain't going to have no time. I'm going to be talking to people on the messages all day. 50,000 replies. Oh, my God. 50,000 replies? Okay, let's get going. I mean, y'all dope, man. 95, and I got all this watch time. I got all these hours in, and it's grateful because I didn't do a lot of time early on. And so y'all showing love and showing up, man. And it almost brings me to tears because it's like I got a long way to go. I have a long way to go, but I know that the feeling that the world is making me feel, it's like this is what I needed when I was downtown doing Michigan Avenue. While that was dope, the people had to go because they get back on a plane, they fly back out of town, you're never going to see them again. And then, or sometimes they come back and be like, hey, what's up? It's me. I'm back again. You know, you do see repeat people who come back. But me being the only black business on Michigan Avenue, you really don't see nobody else selling. And nobody else really selling with an official business, like registered and all this shit like that. It might be people down there selling something, but they not registered and did all the paperwork and tried to be official as they can be, and just out here got products, but you got to get the products in the people's hand in order for them to buy it. The t-shirts, the hats, you got to hand it to people. You got to have it packaged and correctly, so show them. But right now, I got everything on my website, which is hoodfilms.com. We at Walmart, we at Amazon. We got the product on a pretty nice amount of places so people can see them. We probably got some right here on YouTube that you can click and purchase as well. So I just thank y'all for being down with me, and thank you for watching, and thank y'all for staying down with me. Thank y'all for watching my series, How a Film Company Saved My Life. Thank y'all for watching my reaction videos to all of the videos that I watch throughout the week. And I do reactions for them, or even some of the stories that I run into as far as politics or, you know, entertainment. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate you, and we're gonna try to grow this station more and bigger and do a lot more expansions on it and do the things. And every dollar I get, I'm putting it right back into this company. So if you wanna send some money, if you wanna help us out, go to Cash App Hood Films. You got it right. The name of this channel, Hood Films. Put the $, put Hood Films, and we appreciate you, and I'll talk to y'all later.